made the faces of Vote Chori. What is their story? What is their reality? Gurkirat Singh Dang, one of the people who was named as the duplicate voter in Rahul Gandhi's press conference, joins us live now. Gurkirat, thanks very much for speaking to us here on The Buck Stops Here. Are you a vote chor?
Of course not. And all these allegations, I think of course, they're false allegations, and it doesn't make sense to just put out anybody's name when the Constitution of India gives us the right of privacy. I don't think somebody who is supposed to stand up for our rights should just go against them, bypass them, and put out anybody's name. Forget mine, anybody's. It is not right.
But it does lead to some suspicion, because in the press conference, Rahul Gandhi said, you're not the only one. There are close to 12,000, actually 11,965 duplicate voters like you. This seems like a very suspicious pattern. Why do you have your name registered at 4 different polling booths?
It was because of an error on the website of the Election Commission, and I only intended to apply once. There was an error, so I had to apply again because it showed like it was rejected. And I had no other option because the elections were nearing, and I wanted to make sure that I have a voter ID because that was also the first time ever that I voted. So I applied for the voter's ID, which got rejected. I applied again, it got rejected again. So that happened 4 times, and all 4 of them were showing as rejected. But then one day, all 4 of them are issued and printed and sent to our home. And because I wasn't there, otherwise I would have denied the 3. But I wasn't home and somebody else, they took all 4 of them. So as soon as I was back home, I kept 1 and I raised a request for the cancellation of the rest 3.
So were the other 3 cancelled? If they were, then how is it that you're still showing up as a voter in booth number 116, 124, 125 and 126?
Yeah, so I only got to know after the press conference that Rahul Gandhi held that the rest 3 that I raised the cancellation request for weren't cancelled. And as soon as that happened, I wrote an email. Specifically, I tried again filling the Form 7s, but there was some error again. So I wrote an email to the Election Commission, to the District Collector for the same issue that I have been trying to cancel the 3 IDs, and there appears to be 4 IDs in my name. And I wrote those emails right then and there. And I think it's still in the process, or have they been done? I have not followed it up.
So if you have your number in 4 polling booths, how do we know that you didn't go and actually vote in all 4? That is the charge, right? That all of these duplicate voters are going one by one and voting for the BJP in all the different booths. Gurkirat.
Is breaking. Yes. Yeah. So no, I don't think anybody can just go and vote multiple times. One, that ink is not a joke to take off every time. And 2, that, it would be like, it doesn't make any sense that only the fake voters are just going out and voting for the BJP. Who is to say that I voted for Congress, right? But it's a citizen's job to elect a good minister, not elect a good party. So it's not about the parties at all, right? It's about somebody who can represent a citizen better, right? And also to pose this as that only the fake voters are only voting for the BJP is false, because this whole agenda of vote chori and everything, after when the Election Commission in the rules and everything clearly states that one can contest the elections, the results of the elections within 45 days, and this happening after a year plus. And also when the Election Commission says that give the proofs under oath, Rahul Gandhi ji doesn't give that. That also shows that this whole setup was not being done to, uphold democracy and the citizens' rights. It was just done to create chaos and nothing else. And because there's no oath, there's nothing that he's doing after that. He just wanted to create chaos, and he successfully did so. Also, from after the conference, when I researched about the names and everybody who was named specifically, apart from the 12,000 voters that are being claimed, the name specifically looks like is a targeted pick, because all the names that were taken sound non-natives of the state, so that nobody can get local support. And two, it also appears that all the names taken are Hindu sounding names, which means, again, Congress or Rahul Gandhi ji is trying to pull an agenda that they are Hindus, hence they are voting for BJP. But I mean, it's just not the case.
But many will say, now you're sounding like a BJP supporter. Who knows? Maybe you went and voted for them. Are you a BJP supporter? Are you
Of course
from the
not.
BJP?
No, I have no connections to the BJP and no links so far. And also, I don't think that, again, as I said previously, that the idea is not to vote for a party. It is to vote for a good representative. It can be from any party, doesn't matter.
But how did you find out, Gurkirat, when your name came out in public? How did you find out? What happened after that?
I only found out because one of the news representatives from one of the news channels reached out to a previous colleague of mine, who in return messaged me that I'm all over the news, all over social media. Everybody's talking about me and everything, labeling me as a vote chore. And only after that did I go about researching what is happening and got to know that actually what was the case.
Your sister also put out a post saying that this is my brother Gurkirat Singh Dang. Rahul Gandhi preaches about constitutional rights, yet bend laws when it suits him. There was your mother's name, I think, which was also mentioned in the ID of yours that was put up. There was an address present there. What rules have been bent? Why did your sister react in such a fashion?
So, I mean, again, the Article 21 of the Constitution, if I'm not quoting the wrong article, it gives us the right to privacy. And when we have the right to privacy given by the Constitution, who is anybody to come out taking my name? Again, because of false allegations. It's not like I'm a proven problem. Like, it's not that it is proven that I already voted 4 times or I did commit a fraud or anything. When something is not proven, you can't just take anybody's name, address, and everything, because these allegations, they have not just words that were taken out and there's no saying about it afterwards. There is so much of harassments. There are people calling my family, my parents, grandparents. That house where I live with my grandparents. There are people standing outside the homes. There were so many calls, so many trolls. I mean, it is very unpleasant. It would be a undermining statement. It has been a roller coaster ride, and it would have been nicer or better when if this was not just an allegation, if this was proven and only the names that were proven, if there was a problem, should have been taken. But that this doesn't appear so. It just appears that the aim of this conference was not proving anything. It was just creating chaos, which it successfully did.
The argument being given is, Gurkirat, that it is in the interest of democracy. The fact that the entire electoral process is sanctified, it is cleansed. And that is what even Rahul Gandhi is trying to do. He's saying that if there are duplicate voters, they should be weeded out. If people are doing some kind of, mess, they're trying to mess with the entire electoral process, they should be identified and dealt with. What do you think, as a citizen, is the right way to do this going forward? What would you like to see happen?
Of course, if there is a problem, it needs to be rectified. And the EC should have maybe a better website to be able to, perform the cancellations and take in the requests properly and process them properly. Two, that, I mean, Rahul Gandhi ji just blazing out people's names, voter IDs, mother's name, father's name, addresses, it is not correct, because the Constitution gives us this right to privacy. And if that is not upheld by a politician of such high stature, it is not correct.
Finally, tell us, for everyone who has just seen you through the press conference and news reports, Who is Gurkirat Singh Dang? Are you a political worker? Are you a native of Mahadevpura? Are you from Bangalore? Who are you, Gurkirat?
I am a native of Punjab. That is where I was born. And I've been in Mahadevpura, that same house, with my grandparents from 11 years now. And yeah, last year was the first time ever that I created a voter ID and I casted my first vote.
And who would have thought what an eventful first-time voter you would become, Gurkirat?
Yeah.
National news just because Gurkirat Singh Dang decided to register himself and cast his vote for the very first time in the Lok Sabha elections. But we're hoping certainly that at least this debate is going to ensure that the whole process becomes smoother and goes beyond political rhetoric. Real solutions are found and people like Gurkirat and other citizens are not made fall guys in a political slanging match. Thanks very much, Gurkirat Singh Dang, for joining us here on NDTV 24/7.
Thank you.